From the gritty streets of Glasgow to the hearts of millions, Taggart became one of Britain's longest-running and most beloved crime dramas. But what happened to the unforgettable faces who brought its intense mysteries to life? Join us as we journey through time to revisit the stars of Taggart, seeing where they began, how their careers evolved, and where they are now. Some continued to shine on stage and screen, while others left us too soon. This is a tribute to their legacy, then and now. James McPherson portrayed DS Mike Jardine in Taggart, 1987, when he was 27 years old. Mike Jardine is a loyal and methodical detective, often serving as a steadying presence in high-pressure cases. He became a central character in the series and eventually rose to the rank of detective inspector. After leaving Taggart in 2002, McPherson shifted away from television, choosing to focus on theater and voice work. In 2025, he is 65 years old and occasionally appears in stage productions, while also enjoying a more private life away from the spotlight.
Meals.
I'm afraid the kitchens are going to have to remain closed, for at least all of today. Tell me, what time did you go home last night?
About it.
What next? Well, a neighbor across the street got a license plate number. They don't know it yet, but I'm going to go follow up on that. That's what I need to hear. All right.
Blythe Duff portrayed DS Jackie Reed in Taggart, 1990, when she was 27 years old. Jackie Reed is a determined and intelligent detective, known for her resilience and sharp instincts in a male-dominated police force. She brought a modern and empathetic approach to investigations, making her one of the series' most enduring and admired characters. After Taggart, Duff continued her acting career on stage and television, and she remains a respected figure in Scottish performing arts. In 2025, she is 62 years old and continues to contribute to the arts and support youth theatre projects.
What response are you expecting from the public?
Well, we'd like to think there's someone out there with a good memory. After all, this murder happened nearly 60 years ago.
And do you honestly expect to catch someone after this length of time?
85. And so I think actually, that sort of maybe rings a bell that I was familiar with the space by the time I actually came to work. But
Colin McCriedi portrayed DC Stuart Fraser in Taggart, 1994, when he was 22 years old. Stuart Fraser is a bright and tech-savvy detective, often handling computer and communications work in investigations. He is also one of the first openly gay characters in British police dramas, portrayed with nuance and sensitivity. After Taggart, McCriedi continued acting in theater, television, and film, with roles in River City and children's programming, such as Wooly and Tig. In 2025, he is 52 years old and remains active in Scottish television and theater.
Have you ever heard of an alumni association?
It's an association, sir, of former pupils. Alumni is actually the Latin for foster children. Why, sir?
And then she started working backstage, and so I suddenly started getting tickets to go to Perth Theatre to see Agatha Christie.
John Mishi portrayed D.I. Robbie Ross in Taggart, 1990, when he was 34 years old. Robbie Ross is a charismatic and resourceful detective inspector, often taking on complex cases with determination and charm. His character brought energy and a contemporary edge to the evolving series. After Taggart, Mishi appeared in prominent roles in Coronation Street and Holby City. In 2025, he is 68 years old and remains active in television, as well as engaged in charity work and public speaking.
What have we got here then? This Lucy Boyd. Oh, both of you checking up on us. Wouldn't put it like that. How would you put it?
The street had a few problems, he had a gambling problem, he likes to drink, he's a bit of a flirt, and then gradually seeing him go downhill.
Alex Norton portrayed DCI Matt Burke in Taggart, 1986, when he was 36 years old. Matt Burke is a firm yet fair detective chief inspector, bringing both intellectual rigor and moral conviction to his role in solving Glasgow's toughest crimes. As a successor to earlier leads, Burke helped sustain the show's popularity through the 2000s. Outside of Taggart, Alex Norton enjoyed a diverse career in film, TV, and theater, with notable roles in Braveheart, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and voice work in video games. Norton is 75 years old in 2025 and remains active in the entertainment industry, respected as both an actor and director in Scotland.
Look, you're a sight for sore eyes. You haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, right. It must be 5 years since the last. I think they had the same access to the source material as Jeff Pope had. And I seem to remember that thinking when I saw it on the news, what an audacious.
Ron Donachi portrayed Hamish Baird in Taggart, 1987, when he was 31 years old. Hamish Baird is a steadfast and disciplined officer, known for his pragmatic approach to investigations and strong sense of duty. Though not always in the spotlight, his character contributed reliability and depth to the police team. Beyond Taggart, Ron Donachi built a prolific career in television, film, and radio, with appearances in major productions such as Game of Thrones, Titanic, 1997, and Doctor Who. In 2025, he is 69 years old and continues to work in acting, as well as supporting emerging talent in Scottish theatre and media.
Summer snows, my lady.
Rob's brought the north with him.
5 and 6, we shot them early on. In fact, my first 3 days were the big ambush, where there's a lot of prior, just after the arrest.
Alistair Duncan portrayed D.S. Peter Livingstone in Taggart, 1983, when he was 25 years old. Peter Livingstone is an earnest and intelligent detective sergeant, often serving as the young counterpart to the grizzled Jim Taggart. His character brought a thoughtful and modern perspective to the early seasons. After leaving Taggart, Duncan transitioned successfully to Hollywood, becoming a sought-after voice actor in video games and animation, and appearing in shows like Westworld and 24. Alistair Duncan is 67 years old in 2025 and continues to work primarily in voice acting and occasional television roles.
You telling me you guys from Oxford don't eat breakfast?
Yeah. Right after I run. And life is good. My dog's lying down here next to me. What could be better? I'm being interviewed.
What dog do you have?
Tom Watson portrayed Superintendent Murray in Taggart, 1983, when he was 51 years old. Superintendent Murray was a commanding figure in the early seasons of the series, offering a blend of stern leadership and institutional wisdom. His character helped shape the procedural tone of Taggart from its inception. Outside of the show, Tom Watson had a respected career in theater and film, often cast in roles of authority and moral complexity. Sadly, Tom Watson passed away on August 18, 2001 at the age of 69. In the years leading up to his death, he remained active in acting, known for his professionalism and admired by colleagues across the British acting community.
I'm very pleased to meet you.
Likewise.
He's down for the shows.
Oh, you're a keen theatre guy then, are you?
Act like this and held me like this, and he said, "Tom, I gave you my best shot, but it wasn't good enough. Congratulations, I'm proud for you."
Graham McTavish portrayed Colonel Ian Sinclair in Taggart, 1998, when he was 37 years old. Colonel Ian Sinclair is a stern and enigmatic military figure whose involvement in the storyline added tension and moral ambiguity to the episode. McTavish's commanding presence left a strong impression on audiences. After Taggart, Graham McTavish built a prominent international career, best known for his roles in Outlander, The Hobbit trilogy, Preacher, and voice acting in numerous video games. In 2025, he is 64 years old and continues to act in major film and television projects, while also authoring books and engaging with fans at conventions worldwide.
The treasury is well in hand. The gold will be divided for safekeeping.
Let ravens be sent to our allies, Riverrun and Highgarden.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning?
But he's also got his eye on her because he has a responsibility towards his clan and to his country, and he believes her to be a spy. So he has...
Tony Curran portrayed Ian Jardine in Taggart, 1988, when he was 18 years old. Ian Jardine is a youthful and impressionable character, contributing emotional nuance to the series during his brief but memorable appearance. Despite his limited screen time, Curran's performance hinted at the talent he would later fully realize. After Taggart, Tony Curran went on to achieve international recognition with roles in films such as Underworld, Evolution, Gladiator, Red Road, and as Vincent van Gogh in Doctor Who. In 2025, he is 55 years old and remains active in both Hollywood and British productions, praised for his versatility and depth.
You're a pathetic little man, is what you are.
I'd read a little bit about Robert the Bruce. I just think that the script was very interesting, and the man himself.
Ian McElhinney portrayed Sean O'Donnell in Taggart, 1993, when he was 45 years old. Sean O'Donnell is a complex and layered character whose involvement in the case brought emotional depth and a touch of mystery to the storyline. His presence added gravitas to the episode and showcased McElhinney's commanding screen presence. After Taggart, Ian McElhinney enjoyed great success with major roles in Game of Thrones as Seer Barristan Selmy, Derry Girls, and various stage productions. In 2025, he is 76 years old and continues to work in theater and television, known for his dignity, talent, and mentorship of younger actors.
And the Riverlands. We used to call it making the eight.
Those were some lucky girls.
You ever make the eight, Barristan?
And I believe so, Your Grace.
Correct. I play Val L. And my grandson, who is the leading character. In fact, give me a second and I'll just take a picture here.
Celia Imry portrayed Helen Lomax in Taggart, 1988, when she was 36 years old. Helen Lomax is a poised and intelligent character whose calm exterior hides deeper personal conflicts tied to the case. Celia Imry delivered a layered performance that stood out in the episode. After Taggart, Imry became one of Britain's most beloved character actresses, with roles in The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, Bridget Jones's Diary, Calendar Girls, and numerous stage productions. In 2025, she is 72 years old and continues to charm audiences worldwide with her wit, elegance, and versatility.
Hello, I'm your new neighbour, and I appear to have run out of coffee.
But you do have to really want to do it or die. You have to be quite determined. You mustn't worry about...
Brian Pedifer portrayed Ian Somerville in Taggart, 1987, when he was 34 years old. Ian Somerville is a quiet, observant character whose role, though subtle, proved pivotal in the unfolding of the investigation. Pedifer's nuanced performance added realism and emotional depth to the episode. Outside of Taggart, Brian Pedifer built a diverse career in film and theater, with appearances in If, The Singing Detective, and The Legend of Barney Thompson. In 2025, he is 72 years old and continues to take on select acting projects, while remaining a beloved figure in British theater and television circles.
A stunning array of animal sculptures from around the world. What? Chinese! Oh, that Mexican squirrel! It's on it!
And donkeys.
The script, I got sent the script, and then I read it, and then I had an interview with more.
Gray O'Brien portrayed Rob Gibson in Taggart, 1993, when he was 25 years old. Rob Gibson is a confident and ambitious character who added a youthful edge to the team, often clashing with more traditional detectives. His role brought a fresh dynamic to the evolving cast. After Taggart, Gray O'Brien gained widespread recognition for his role as Tony Gordon in Coronation Street, where he earned acclaim as one of the show's most memorable villains. In 2025, he is 56 years old and continues to act in both stage and screen roles, maintaining a strong presence in British television.
Tell them! Tell them, please tell them! Tell them! Tell them I wouldn't hurt my kid!
And Cara Compton, and there was just an epiphany when I met her. There was just a heat, a warmth, there was something happened, there was a massive connection. And I don't...
Jan Anders portrayed Superintendent Jack McVitie in Taggart, 1985, when he was 52 years old. Jack McVitie was a no-nonsense superintendent, respected for his firm leadership, dry wit, and commitment to justice. His presence added gravitas to the early years of Taggart, helping establish the show's serious tone. Outside of acting, Anders had a background in law and occasionally worked as a legal advisor. Sadly, Johan Anders passed away on September 5, 1997, at the age of 64 due to a heart attack. Before his death, he had quietly retired from the public eye and lived in London, remembered fondly by colleagues and fans for his understated but powerful performances.
I was his housemaster back in the 60s when he was a boy here, Glencoe House. All our houses are named after Highland passes, Mr. Jardine.
Mark McManis portrayed DCI Jim Taggart in Taggart, 1983, when he was 47 years old. Jim Taggart is a tough, no-nonsense detective chief inspector, known for his sharp instincts and unyielding sense of justice. As the original lead of the series, his portrayal defined the tone of the show. Sadly, Mark McManis passed away on June 6, 1994, at the age of 59, due to pneumonia and organ failure caused by long-term alcohol abuse. Before his death, McManis had been struggling with health issues and grief following the death of his wife, but he continued working on Taggart until shortly before his passing.
Lovely. I'll put them in some water.
Hello. She found a what?
John McGlin portrayed DCI Andy McGarry in Taggart, 1985, when he was 32 years old. Andy McGarry is a composed and strategic senior detective, contributing his experience and quiet authority to the investigative team during a period of transition in the series. His character often worked behind the scenes to support complex cases. Outside Taggart, John McGlin appeared in various television dramas and stage productions, showcasing a steady presence in British theatre and TV. In 2025, he is 71 years old and enjoys a quieter life, occasionally participating in stage work and voice acting.
Come on! Nice soft morning.
And another reason is...
This is Callum Buchanan.
2 miles.
Hello.
He's one of the 7 furlongs, mile and a quarter. And
Cal McInch portrayed Dr. David Argyle in Taggart, 1990, when he was 26 years old. Dr. David Argyle is a sharp and slightly eccentric medical professional whose expertise plays a key role in the investigation. His character provided both tension and insight, adding intellectual intrigue to the plot. After Taggart, Cal McInch maintained a steady career in British television, with notable roles in Mr. Selfridge, Wild at Heart, and Desperate Romantics. In 2025, he is 61 years old and continues to act in both television and stage, respected for his dedication to character-driven storytelling.
I wasn't there when you needed me most, and nothing will ever take that away. So threaten me all you like. Bring back...
Paul Higgins portrayed Alistair Finn in Taggart, 1986, when he was 22 years old. Alistair Finn is a driven and intense character, whose involvement in the case challenged the assumptions of the investigative team. Though his role was brief, Higgins brought a raw emotional energy that hinted at his future success. After Taggart, Paul Higgins built a respected career in both theater and television, best known for his roles in The Thick of It, Line of Duty, and Slow Horses. In 2025, he is 61 years old and continues to be an influential presence in British drama, both as an actor and playwright. Who is your favorite character from Taggart? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.